All right, joining me now is King Asset Management, Scott Martin. Scott, it's great to see you. Thanks for being here.
We haven't been alive since '84, so I mean that was our year, and I mean that's good to know. Great historical reference.
It just shows I don't know about panic. I don't know about short-term economic thinking, which inflicts a lot of people. It might actually just be that they had a narrative in their mind that they wanted to come true, and unfortunately that narrative didn't survive 1 month.
Not even a month, and it really, the narrative, if it was spun right, Will, and like the way we did our money management, was we took advantage of that panic. Dave Portnoy goes on and gives you advice about pizza, bad advice about betting on sports, even worse advice about selling out of your 401k. When I hear people like that going nuts in the streets, I'm saying, you know what, I'm doing the exact opposite. And so we started buying into this sell-off because that's what you have to do as an investor is you have to take advantage of panic and take advantage of, say, opportunity. And then that turns into something like you just saw where that month-long rally, I mean, look at the NASDAQ, 6.4.
Right.
The NASDAQ was shot dead 30 days ago.
Well, and President Trump was up front, and as has been Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent, that this is a long-term vision, and there will be rocky roads in the short term. You know, I'm no financial expert, and I disagree with him on a lot of politics, but in my lifetime, the smartest investor has been Warren Buffett. And he has never been one to think short-term, but only long-term. Trump told us all of this is about the long-term.
He did, and he's making the moves that say long-term is locked in. And I'll tell you what, he said some short-term pain. If we can't deal with 30 days of short-term pain, of which those 30 days, too, Will, were not even that bad. There's like 5 bad days in the 30, and then there's some like 20 okay days, and then another 5 or so that were not so good. The point is, that was not that bad. I mean, if you want to talk about bad times, I mean, Jim Cramer, we talked about him. Go back to 1987, which he freaked people out on CNBC talking about a Black Monday after that nasty Friday. It's like, those are painful days. What we had this so far this spring, that's a cakewalk.
Don't you think as well, Scott, that the story isn't yet over? Like, we're not at the end of some parade and now the band is playing. Trump, Bessent, Lutnick still have a long-term vision at play, and there will still be more rocky roads over the next 9, 12 months as they try to literally reorganize the global economy.
Yeah, probably forever, because we're dealing with just massive amounts of just indiscriminate trade theories from other countries, let alone China. And you're right. I mean, Rocky Road, again, you mentioned my favorite ice cream, which we should go have some of that after we start a new band, when we get the band playing again, when we get back to all-time highs in the S&P and NASDAQ, which is right around the corner. Because here's the thing, we're acting, though, kind of like this is all said and done, to your point. And it's not time to say, get out the bag of mushrooms and go listen to the Grateful Dead like Janet Yellen did, which just sounds really cool that she did in China, like, I don't know, 4 years ago when she was a Treasury Secretary or Fed Chairman, if she even remembers. The point is, those happy times aren't exactly here again, but the air was pointing much further up than it was, say, 6 weeks ago.
And not pointing down like as was suggested by the panic.
Pretty much everybody. The panicans, which I love, and I'm a fan of mannequins and panicans now, if I can say that. And also, I'll tell you what happens, though. Now, Will, we've kind of seen the framework of how Trump's going to lay out his playbook, maybe. And now we're going to start to see, hopefully, a lot more countries come together and say, okay, even though he's a little bit boorish, he's a little bit heavy-handed on the language, he does want to do deals, he does want to be fair, and he wants everybody to work together. And that's pretty awesome, considering when we came off of, 4 years ago, all that 4 years, we didn't do anything about anything.
Right. Awesome stuff, Scott. You're welcome back anytime.
Really, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm going to take you up on it.
That was a little bit of a feminine handshake. I preferred the right hand.
That was a panicking handshake, I think.
Yeah.
I know. I shouldn't have done it. I'm left-handed,
do
though.
better next time. Thank you.
I will.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.